How's everybody doing tonight? This is actually my second time ever doing stand-up. Well, my goal is to be the next Dane Cook, but only funny. I don't know if you guys knew, recently, I just found out that how Marvin Gaye died. You guys know how Marvin Gaye died? He was actually killed by his father. That's ridiculous, think that a father could actually kill his son. Me and my dad are really cool, but every once in a while we get in a little bit of a fight. My dad's like, I'm going to kill you. I'm like, dude, don't be gay. I was at a hotel recently, and I was stoned. There's a big shocker. And I was in the mood to write some comedy, so I went to the front desk and asked the dude for some sheets of paper. I told him I needed it for my comedy, because I'm a comedian. I told him I was Jim-Dawg, the Salem Legend. He's like, I never heard of you. I'm like, thanks. I told him I'm pretty good. I have a pretty decent routine. You should keep your eye open. Fuck, this guy's got an eye patch. So I felt like a dick. I knew I had to handle the situation with a little TLC because maybe he lost his left eye in a car accident. So I instantly apologized and said sorry for putting my foot in my mouth. And then I felt like an even bigger dick because the other front desk agent had no foot, and the guy behind me in line had no mouth. So I knew I had to like break the ice and say something. I'm like, hey, you guys want me to tell a joke? They're like, yeah, sure. So I'm like, I was watching college football the other day, and Virginia Tech got murdered. Everyone's laughing because that's a terrific joke. And then I'm like, yeah, I got all you people smiling from ear to ear. And then there walked somebody with no ears. It was that bitch from Connecticut, the one that got mauled by that chimpanzee. That bitch has no ears. That bitch has no face. That chimpanzee ripped open that bitch's chest, pulled out a heart. You got Kanye in the corner singing, how could you be so heartless? Honestly, that Freddy Krueger gets nightmares from that lady. I don't feel bad for her, though. I really don't. Because if my friend was like, hey, my chimpanzee is acting up, can you help me put it back in its cage? I'd be like, yeah, right after you help me feed my great white that I named Nemo. No, thank you. Are you shitting me? Then you got Peter butting in. Peter. These idiots don't know shit about shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm an animal lover, but these PETA vegans really piss me off. They don't even drink milk. I would suck a cow's dick if their cum tasted like milk. But I will never suck a cow's dick again because I already proved my hypothesis wrong. But to avenge my hatred towards these vegans, I find out where these fags hold their PETA meetings, and I dress up in leather pants, crocodile skin shoes, chinchilla fur jackets, and a Davy Crockett raccoon hat. And I wait till they're done with their meeting. And when they come outside, I start clubbing the shit out of baby seals, and I sing, in the jungle, the mighty jungle, sea lions sleep tonight. They are not huge fans of my shenanigans, but they should at least give me credit for being clever for changing the word lion to sea lion, which is another name for a seal. Hey, you guys know that Heidi Klum was married to that sea lion-looking motherfucker? But I got a dog. Huge dog fan. I got a dog. I got a Doberman Pinscher. I named him Syndrome. This one time he jumped on my bed. I said, Down syndrome, you fucking retard. Like, honestly, you guys laugh, but this dog's so stupid I can't even go to PetSmart. This one night he was coughing really bad, and I felt bad because I ran out of NyQuil, so I gave him Vicks. I remember when I first got him, all these people would say, hey, you shouldn't have his ears cropped because it's cruel to the animal. But these same exact people would tell me I should have him neutered. Which sick, twisted world do we live in where someone thinks that's the better case scenario? I mean, if there's a burglar in my house, and by house, I mean Section 8 apartment, I want the dog ready to attack with his hairy ball bag flopping in the wind. Cuddling with his collection of throw pillows with a fresh aroma of a honeydew melon candle that he spent $30 on a fucking Yankee Doodle when he could have the same shit at Walmart for $7. So, my ex-wife gets him pregnant. I get him neutered. Sorry. I've been drinking. My ex-wife gets him neutered. She went in this Price is Right phase, and that son of a bitch Robert Barker brainwashed her. But the weirdest shit was she kept his balls preserved in a jar. So this one day I got drunk. I'm talking Danny Bonaducci drunk. So I go to my doctor with a jar of balls and have one of my balls removed and replaced with his. And that's why they call me Jim-Dawg. And something unexpected happened 6 months later. I got the ex-wife pregnant and we had a baby boy. On my side, he's 25% Italian and 25% Doberman Pinscher. And on my ex-wife's side, he's 50% cunt. I named him Lucky. I don't get me wrong, he's my son. I love him dearly, but he drives me crazy. He barks all hours of the night, chews on my shoes, chases my cats, eats the shit from the litter box. He tries to fuck Syndrome. Lucky. Should be fucking lucky as I'm putting to sleep. But one thing I do feel bad is he was passed down the canine dominant gene for color blindness. So he only sees two colors, white and nigger. Oh. But I love him dearly. He's a smart kid. I taught him some tools. I taught him some very cool tricks. He can sit, lay down, roll over, fetch, play hard, give paw, and play Heath Ledger. So I'm a huge Red Sox fan. We have any Red Sox fans here tonight? Any Yankee fans? So you're trying to tell me that 10% of the population is gay and there's not one Yankees fan in this entire place? Don't worry, I support gay marriage. It's cool. I don't know what I hate worse, Yankee players or Yankee fans. Yankee fans, they're so ridiculous. They have such a one-track mind. They look up to these guys as their heroes. You can't look up to these guys as their heroes. Babe Ruth was a womanizer. Mickey Mantle, alcoholic. Don Mattingly, child molester. You may argue and say it's never been proven, but then ask yourself, have you ever seen him without a mustache? And also, if you do see him, ask him why he stopped calling me the day I turned 18. Reggie Jackson. That guy's a nitwit. That guy's a nitwit. Mr. October. Mr. October. Didn't these people already take February, now they want October? Alex Rodriguez. Don't even get me going, Alex Rodriguez. That guy's divorced. And I think it had more to do with just his habitual ecstasy usage. If you don't know who he is, he's the third baseman for the Yankees, and he makes a lot of mistakes, which they call errors. And he's an adult. He's an adult that makes a lot of errors, so maybe, just maybe, the reason he got divorced is because he's an adult error. Clever. And Yankee fans, one thing I hate about Yankee fans is they're always bragging, like, we took Wade Boggs and Roger Clemens from you. And I guess I just don't understand it, because dudes from Boston, we just don't brag about sloppy seconds. Yeah. Wade Boggs, you can keep that freckle-faced faggot. As far as Clemens is concerned, that guy's a cheater. That dude did steroids. Here in Boston, we have a rich tradition of players with integrity, like David Ortiz. But one thing that drives me crazy is they start talking about, it's not just baseball team, they start talking about city. Yeah, I understand. New York is definitely bigger. But bigger doesn't mean better. My girlfriend tells me that all the time. My girlfriend couldn't be here tonight. My girlfriend, just so you know, she used to have sex with black eyes. I guess apparently she had an obligation in Springfield, whatever that means. I don't know if you guys ever heard that song, Empire State of Mind by Jay-Z, New York, Concrete Jungle, What Dreams Are Made Of. I don't know if you know in that song, he's had this one line that says, Alicia Keys says, there's nothing you can't do. Oh, really, Jay-Z? So I can finger bang Beyonce? That's fine. Her husband won't mind? And if he does, that's fucking false advertisement. I want my money back for that fucking CD. Ooh, how's everybody doing tonight? Doing good? Nice. I need another drink. Tony, can you give me a drink? Can you fill my beer up for me? Tony's my roommate. He's gay. Wait, he's the taker, I'm the giver, so he's the one. I'm not gay. I don't know, but honestly, back to New York. So yeah, New York is kind of cool, but I just don't understand it. Think about it. What's the most famous day in New York City history? 9/11? That's not a fun day. Look in the history books. We're doing shit like having tea parties in the Boston Harbor. Real life gangster shit. Speaking of real life gangsters, you ever see that movie Blow? Anyone ever see that movie Blow? That's based off a true story from a guy from Massachusetts. Real life gangster stuff. You ever see a movie like Back to the Future and you want to travel back in time? Or for you homosexuals out there, the time traveler's wife. Or you ever see a movie like Rocky and you just want to start boxing everybody? You want to know what I want to do when I start watching the movie Blow? I want to learn from that guy's mistakes and make myself a better person. And never get caught. honestly, cocaine. Cocaine's a great drug. I love cocaine.